Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Petra. And before I start, I really would like to say one thing, and that is that we did it. We really did it together. And what we did is actually this. 1,000 subscribers right there. So that is really awesome. Thank you so much. But I don't really like the word subscribers so much. I actually want to call you producers, because you are a producer like me, like somebody with just a camera and streaming, and on the other hand is somebody who is making a multi-camera production with, again, multiple cameras, with a lot of different things going on, and that is really cool. Anyway, we by the way, I just wanted to say one thing. You might hear a little bit of a background noise today. That's because I have some kind of ventilation here, just to make it a little bit more nice for me in the studio. Anyway, thank you so much. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, let's do a quick welcome. I'm actually already starting with that. A quick welcome to you guys, everybody there. Let's do a quick check-in. Where are you from? That would be cool if you would take that. Myself, I'm from near Eindhoven in the Netherlands, if you'd like to know that. And next to that, we're going to talk about something really cool, and that's, of course, that now that I have 1,000 subscribers, I can actually start to do some really cool stuff on YouTube. One of the things that I wanted to do is to have a community tab. That is not there yet today. That is a bit of a disappointment, maybe. On the other hand, I'm not that disappointed, because they really told me that it will be there roughly within 7 days after me reaching 1,000 subscribers. And it's not yet 7 days, so it does make some sense that it takes a little bit more time than I would have wanted. It's what I want to do with the community tab is posting some new some cool pictures, like, for example, I'm just gonna do this on my phone, something that I have been working on, and that is my demo desk. Let me show you. Okay, there you go. So this is my demo desk, and this is where I will start to show you some cool demos in the future. Now my space is a bit limited because of all of the gear that I have around me, and that you saw that it was quite nicely done. It will be ATEM specific, so there will be an ATEM that is used for switching and that kind of stuff, and I'm really looking forward to that. Again, I would have loved that community tab today, but hey, we're gonna do it next week or the week after. It will be cool for sure. Next to that, Graham already saw it. I do have super chat enabled already, and thank you, Graham, for the first super chat ever. And come to think of it, let's talk about people that are already live. This show is live every single Saturday at 7 p.m. Central European Time. That is roughly, if I'm not mistaken, 1 p.m. if you live in the East Coast of the U.S., 10 a.m. if you live on the West Coast of the U.S., and really in the middle of the night, 3:40 a.m. if you live in Australia near Sydney. So I did see Ryan in here, so I need to talk about that also a little bit, but let's go ahead and go through the people that are currently live, and let's see what we have here. I will be, there you go. All right, let's start the process of showing you who is live here. I saw Kevin, he's all the way from Dublin. Excited to see the combination of vMix call and ATEM Mini. You will see it. It will be a bit limited. I will show you everything, to be honest, but it is a limited setup because it's more about how it's integrated than really producing something. But you will see it. Definitely, Kevin. Welcome. Really appreciate you for being here. He is showing me a cat sign. I don't know if this is because of the beautiful picture of Kermit that you saw on the thumbnail of the show. Dr. Kermit, my cat, his name is Kermit, and he was like really perfect. So bad, but hey, don't worry about it. Ryan is also here. Welcome, Ryan. Really cool of you to hop on. It's middle of the night for you. I know that. But talking about Ryan, I do want to say something about Ryan Summerfield himself. He is here live and direct, and I want to show you something that is related to him, and that is that Ryan actually has 1K subscribers. Go ahead and go to his website. That is Ryan Summerfield, and go ahead and go there and give him some sweet some loving, and let's try to extend his site there as well. Let me go ahead and put you to that URL right there. So there you go. That is what I wanted to say about Ryan. Ryan, fantastic, man. Really great that you are part of the 1K club right now. Excellent. Very much. Yeah, you really deserved it. So, all right. Rudy is also in the house. He is from Belgium. Really appreciate you for being here. And also Finland is also in the house with Vil, who is also a regular these days. Really cool of you to finding the time for me to see you. MT Sturung already from Hanover, Germany. Of course, we call him MT. And yeah, you guys are talking to each other, which is totally awesome. Now this one was something that was totally new for me. The first time ever. It's a super chat, £2 by Graham Rule. I'm from Edinburgh. Congratulations. Thank you, Graham. Appreciate it. I want to make a quick dance, even though it's like I don't have a lot of space. So I'll just do this, just to thank you. A little bit of a small dance there. I really appreciate you for doing that. I don't have a lot of bells and whistles yet, but I will definitely do something once I understand how the super chat feature all works and how I can integrate it into my flow. But thank you so much. You guys are talking to each other, and indeed, oops, I got a wrench. Yes, MT, you are one of my moderators. So if you guys misbehave, but you don't, but if you misbehave, then MT will there, and my dad will be there also, although he's not in today due to the fact that he has a party with the street, so he has like a street get together today, so he will not be here today, but that's the way it goes. He has also a private life, of course. Oh yeah. And then how to record local vMix calls on iPhone or Android phone is a good question indeed, Michael. We need to figure that out together today, so let's try to do that. I have no clue at the moment, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure of that. Oh, he already knows something. Build app vMix call, same Larix broadcaster, support local recording on the phone. That might be working. Yeah, that's definitely. Raoul is also in the house. Welcome. Also a regular these days. And also, I think your name is Ted, on top of my head. What's up? How are you? Great of you. Yeah, well, it says Ted. There you go. Ted here from the Philippines. Really appreciate you for being there. Thank you so much. And indeed, thank you, Kevin, again for the congrats of the 1K. And Raoul is. Where are you at? Raul is from Mexico, which is totally cool, and a lot of things going on. Greetings, you're all talking to each other, which is too cool. Oh, 1 o'clock in the Philippines. I try to memorize that next time. Wow, that is quite early or very late at night. Ryan says, I do hope we are crossing live to your cats today. Yeah, that's gonna be a trick. I don't know if he's here. Yeah, he can be somewhere else. You know, cats, they don't do what you want them to do, right? That's what I like about them, but that's sometimes also a bit of a problem. And indeed, like WhatsApp says, Ryan, congratulations, 1K, well deserved. Sportflow, welcome. Great of you to be here. Tell me where you're from. Thank you very much for jumping in. So tell me, where are you from? I'm really interested in what do you do? Empty says, it looks like the PTC Optics startup dance. Oh, that is true, actually. Actually, come to think of it, I do have PTC Optics, and I think that they start like so, and then they go like so, and then they do this dance like so, right? That's the way that they do it. Although I should only do that, of course, when I don't know. We still need to figure out what we do with when we get a super chat. Eduardo, welcome from Brazil to the beam. That means how are you in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, I think. I hope that I pronounced that correct. Is Stream Deck part of your setup for vMix and ATEM? Typically, yes. However, I didn't think about it to do that today, also because I'm doing it on a very limited computer on purpose, which means I only have one USB at my disposal. That is on purpose. For this demo, just to make a point, but we'll talk about that point at the very in a few minutes. Limbo has a good question. When do you sleep, Ryan? I have no clue. Spurflow is from Barcelona. Cool. Using vMix. I love you. Loving it. Me too. I love it too. Spurflow. I also think it's awesome. Anyway, that's it for this part. Now let's move on to our agenda for today. And let's go ahead and jump a little bit to the next part. And that is, why do I use vMix Call? Why have I chosen to use vMix Call with combination with my ATEM or in productions in generic terms? Well, in all fairness, it started really because, well, that's not true. The first time I brought in a remote contributor to the show was a long time ago, and it was in a different software package altogether. It's called Livestream Studio. It's still around. It's not a big player anymore, but it's still around, and it's actually epic if it comes to remote production, and maybe I should walk you through it one day. It's a little bit behind schedule if it comes to social, but it's really still a good product. I typically do use it as my go-to software on location in combination with my ATEM Mini Extreme, but that is if I don't need a lot of different visuals. If I do need a lot of visuals, then vMix is the way forward, definitely. That's one reason. So I already owned 2 licenses of vMix. So if you already own the software and you're using it for your full production, it doesn't really make sense to buy something differently if it is already part of the process. So vMix does have a tiered process. So they nowadays also have a monthly fee, which is $50. That's vMix Max. But next to that, they have around, let's say they have more tiers, but the 3 tiers that are very important are vMix HD. That allows you to have one vMix caller. Then you've got vMix 4K, that allows you to have 4 vMix callers, and the vMix Pro, and that allows you to have 8 vMix callers. That means that you have 8 callers that you can immediately have on the screen at one time. Obviously, if your computer can handle it. I know for my fact that in my particular situation, I know I can handle up to 3. Without any problems. I have never done more than 3, but it might be that I can actually handle 8. That is not the vMix is definitely not the only application that can do this. Obviously, you also have other tools, like for example, well, if you have an ATEM, this one, for example, the ATEM streaming bridge can be an option. Although what you see with most of the other tools, for example, this one or Zoom or Teams or those kind of softwares, you always need to have a separate computer. And especially with this one, for example, this one will give you very nice return feed. That's, by the way, great show. Look at it every Monday. But what I wanted to say is that you can provide a very good picture with this product, but you still need to have something next to it, like for example Zoom or any other interface to hear what the other side is saying. And that becomes a bit of a mess, in my opinion. And if you already own vMix for what you do, then the cool part is that with vMix, you don't have to think about audio setups, for example. Well, you can, and I will show you that you can. But for somebody who's a new producer and just wants to have one person brought in via remote, and you want to talk to that person, then literally it's very easy. It's just a few clicks away and you're good to go. And that is very, very powerful for vMix. And that's also the reason why I'm using it. So to summarize, I'm using it because I already had a vMix license. The second reason that I'm using it is that it's totally integrated with vMix. And yes, ATEM Mini can talk with vMix and provide camera inputs for that show. So that is what we're going to do. Well, we're not going to show it fully today, but we will show you how you can bring in a Blackmagic design ATEM and show you that it can actually work. And next to that, it's really easy to use, basically. And it's not rocket science no longer. Okay, so let's see if you understand that, and or you have any questions or remarks to that, because hey, you can, right? Let me see, where was I? 6 Minute Media. Ian from Glasgow, Scotland. This community is really coming together. Thanks for everyone taking the time to share your knowledge. It is definitely 6 Minute Media. It's Ian from Glasgow. Oh, by the way, Ian, I'm a Simple Minds fan galore. I love Simple Minds. They're from your city. Excellent. So that's just an FYI for you. To the BIM, says Eduardo, yes, everything is okay. Hope you're too. Let me think. Yeah, thanks. I'm not that good at Brazilian or Portuguese, I mean. Indeed. Who needs sleep? I am totally with you, Ryan. Livestream Studio is from Vimeo, as Sportflow says. That is correct. They were bought by Vimeo. I think that was back in 2018 or 17. They were bought by them, and they are part of the Vimeo solution. So if you are streaming to Vimeo and you've paid for the platform, then you get Livestream Studio for free. So that is really awesome. You get a code so that you can log in and that kind of stuff. Now, I am not having that platform because I was before they were bought by Vimeo. So I have a dongle, and with the dongle, I have a perpetual license. So I will get updates all across the board. However, of course, I can only use it for one computer and only for Windows. And yes, if you have the Vimeo version of Livestream Studio, it will work both on Windows and on Mac. Quick Tech Solution says, congratulations with hitting 1K. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Quick Tech. Oh my gosh, just a second. K Jojing Technologies, congrats with 1K. You deserve it. Oh, thank you. I'm so humbled by this. Really appreciate it. I have never ever experienced this, and I really appreciate your contribution. By the way, all super chats that I get will go directly into gear that I can purchase for this show. So that is something that I will promise you here and now. Jimbo Code Tooth is laughing. MT, I got a very short introduction to vMix some months ago. Hasn't the needed hardware that I have to let me reread it again. I got a very short introduction to vMix some months ago. Hasn't the needed hardware that days for a close look? Hasn't the needed hardware that days for a closer look? I'm not sure what you mean, they're empty. Maybe you can check it. So you had an introduction to vMix, and you don't have the hardware. Is that what you're trying to say? But I'm more than happy to demonstrate vMix to you. Maybe next week or so. That's totally fine. I would love to do that. Anywho, that was this part. So you now know why I'm using it. Again, I want to say one thing very, very clear is that this is why I use it. And it might be that for your particular situation, that something works better for you. I will create a separate video also for Restream Studio, which is also something that I use very, very soon as a browser-based production tool that also allows me to bring in guests. So I will also talk about that very, very soon, maybe in a couple of weeks. Anywho, I think that it's very much the time, and the time is for the demo of vMix Call. Okay, so to set up the demo, I want to talk to you about what I'm doing. I'm taking my phone, and with my phone, I'm gonna start a NDI camera, which means that I can actually show you my desk at the moment. And I do need to add it very quickly, so I'll do that right now. And I will remove the audio before I go there. Floop. And I'll show you what it looks like on my desk. So here I have a Surface Pro of about 3 years old. So it's not the best of the world. It's an i5 processor. And the reason why I'm showing it on this system is that it's really limited. It only has one USB port right there. That's all it has. And that port right here, this port, is actually going to this ATEM right there. Now, I only have a still here on this ATEM, so you will see a still once it has connected. But that is all I have here. So we're really looking at a limited version. I'm also going to show you a limited version of vMix. So like I said, there are 3 different versions of vMix that are very important. vMix HD, 350 USD. And with 350 USD, I mean 350 one-time payment and 60 USD every, on average 2 or 3 years. Why do I say on average? Because you don't have to pay for every update, but if you want to upgrade to the next full version, then, and typically they always, and on paper they don't, but in real life they skip one additional version, and then you have to pay for the upgrade, and that is always 60 euros. Regardless if you have, or $60 if you have the vMix HD of 350, vMix 4K, that is 700, and vMix Pro, and that is 1200. So that's quite a big one. And the reason why the 1200 is so expensive is that it has a replay built in. So like for sporting, you want to be able to see the goal or the shot or something like that. And it has 8 vMix calls. Again, you pay for a license. The license itself is perpetual. However, it does not allow for upgrades after 2 years or so. So that is that. And now I can show you my screen. So I'll do that right here. So this is the screen, and I actually already started up vMix for you. So this is vMix. I will make it a little bit smaller so that you can see the whole application right here. Let me just do it like this. And there you go. Nice. So this is the full vMix production. This is how vMix is starting up if you purchase it for the first time. And this is literally the vMix HD version. So the most simple version that allows for vMix Call. So what is vMix Call? Now let's talk about what vMix Call is first. So vMix Call is a point-to-point communication between your vMix system and, for example, a phone or a browser on a computer. So we're going to do both of them. We're actually going to, today, you're going to see how we are going to use a browser to connect an ATEM Mini production and show it to you. But that is later in this show. But today, now, at the moment, I'm going to show you how you can do that in a very simple way so that at least you have a starting point to start with. If you need more information or so, please write down in the comments, ask questions so that, for example, next week or the week after, we can have a Q&A on this as well. Okay? All right. So the only thing that I need to do is that I need to go here and say add input. So that is on the low end. Then you see here a plethora of different inputs that you can select. So you can select cameras. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to connect a Blackmagic camera, then you can actually see that right here, Blackmagic design. Like I said, I only have a still of my logo. So if I click on that, you will see my logo coming in. And if I do this, it's black. If this is, it's back as a logo. So I'm just going from still to camera 1, camera 2, and then back to still. So that is literally how you can connect a camera to your vMix production via your Blackmagic ATEM switcher. As simple as that. It's literally, I will do it one more time because it's so fast that you might have not seen it. So okay, we're back to square one. I'm going to go to add input. So we're going to bring in my ATEM Mini. I'm going to camera, which is the fourth option, camera. Then I'm going to select Blackmagic design. This is the second option. I'm going to leave everything as is. And I'll press 1 or okay, boom. This is the ATEM right there. That's how easy it is to bring in a ATEM, especially if you're going in via a USB drive. And if you have like a laptop like I have in front of me, a Surface Pro with very limited connectivity, that is actually something that already works. And the cool part is of this Surface is that it has an i5 processor and it has no fan. So it's quiet. It's really nicely quiet. And if you're in a hotel room and you want to perform your show, you don't have to have it there. It's working, which is great. I love it. So that is how easy it is to bring in an ATEM Mini. Oh, gotcha. So empty doesn't have the hard drive to run vMix. I understand. Yep. But like what I just said, you don't need a lot of hardware to run it actually. AC Digital Media says congrats for having 1K subscribers. Using vMix for a long time now. It's a very handy to use with a laptop connecting to the ATEM Mini. Yeah, for a multiple streaming, extra features like vMix Call, it's very useful. Definitely, I agree with that as well. And no need for hardware for using vMix if you need not camera inputs, but you only need it for graphics display card. Yeah. So that's true. Basically what I'm also trying to explain to everybody is I am using literally a system. Let me show you what the system is like. So this system is literally a Windows computer that has a C drive that is 120 gigs in size. And if I go to the device manager, let me try it again. If I go to the device manager, give it some time to load. All right, okay. So, and then if I would go to the display adapters, it's just having an Intel AC620, which is just an onboard card. And if I go to processors, it is a i5 processor. So it is really a small computer from that perspective. and it does run vMix very, very well. I have to admit that if you do a lot of encoding, it will have some problems. So if you need to keep it a little bit limited on the system, but it actually can handle bringing cameras and some simple graphics without any problem. So that is the way that you bring in your ATEM Mini. So let's just say that looking at this graphic on the right hand side, that's me. So the logo, that is me. Now I want to bring in a vMix call. In order to do that, I am going to set it up. So I'm going to say add input. I'm going to do all the way in the back. It states vMix call at the lowest level. Click on that. And there you can do two things. You can either run vMix call as a host or connect to a call. That's right. You can actually hook up two vMix computers side by side, connected to each other, and have two full productions of both sides, which is really cool. And that's exactly what I did last week. There was this benefit concert for the flooding that we had in the south of the Netherlands just a couple of weeks ago. Also in Germany, Belgium, a lot of people died very ugly. But it was a concert to, try to raise some money for the people that were affected by the flooding. And that was in the south of my province that I live in. Then it came from there via vMix call to my studio. And from my studio, it went via vMix call to the studio of the TV station here in my city where I live. So you can imagine 2 times vMix call. The benefit concert was, it started at 7 p.m. It went all the way until midnight, and there were no hiccups whatsoever. So it is quite stable. In case you do have a bit of a problem connecting, there is a possibility to also use a proxy. So that is also a possibility that you have with vMix call. All right, so that is connect to a call. Host a call means that I can actually just host it and be available to it. You see here a password which changes all the time. So if I would say reset password, boom, it's another password again. This one can be used if I would go to the vMix call site and then just log on. But I can also send this link to somebody. Just say copy link, and then well, let's do that. I'll copy this link. I will do as if I'm on a different computer at the moment, and I'll just say Control V run. And here you have vMix call. I just enter my name, Petra, and I say join call. I'm not going to do that at the moment, but if I say join call, I will be there. Oh well, let's do that. So I'll just join this, and it will automatically ask me. Well, not now because I already did it, but it had asked me before if it's okay to utilize my audio and my video. And on the right hand side, on the top right hand side, you do see that you have a blue screen. That is because I didn't yet activate it. So once I activate it by hitting OK here, you will see that I have this one selected. So I'm connected by Petra, and now you see what you see on a browser. On the top left side, you see your screen. So I'm now looking at the back. So this is the back of my system right there. And on the right hand side, you see the program. And if I switch on to camera 1, which is blank, you will see it turn black. And if I could then press the still again, you will see that it becomes a logo again. So that is as easy as it gets. However, there is a catch. And that is something that we figured out today. We did some testing. You will find out very shortly. But it was not working in conjunction with an ATEM Mini. What do I mean by that? Not in my production, that is totally fine. My production works like a charm. But if you have an ATEM Mini on your end and you want to make a very good production on your end, you're not able to select in the browser which camera that you want. That is a bit of a bummer, because that is something that I would definitely do if I wanted to be brought into a show. Then I want to, you know, show things around. I want to show you my PC like this. I want to show you that. So that is what I want to do. I want to deliver some content to you guys. So how do you do that then? Well, it turns out that vMix did already see that there is a problem with the setup. So let's go back and show you the way that you could also do it, which is actually really working very nicely even. And that is the following. That is this one. So I'll just remove this call for now. Poof, gone. So now it's the call is gone. I'm gonna add another one, vMix call. I want to host a call, definitely, and I'm gonna copy this password right there, and I am going to, well, before I continue, before I forget, another thing that you can see here is that you can actually provide additional information or additional stuff for the guest. So, for example, here you can select which video source that you want to see. Output 1 is your program out. On this version, the vMix HD, you only have output 1, but you'll see in a minute in my own production, the production that you're seeing now during the show, I have the possibility not to have only 1, but actually 4 outputs. And I also, here you can see, I can change the bandwidth of the person on the other side. If the other side has a very low bandwidth, then just provide him a low bandwidth, like for example 240p. But if he has or she has a very good bandwidth, then maybe you would say high 720p or 1080, so HD availability as well. So let's put that on that. And last but not least, you see here the audio source that can be either headphones or master. Master is your program out again. And you will see in a few minutes when I'm showing it on my real production machine that I actually have the possibility to actually even add more audio sources there. Okay, let's go ahead and just copy this password. Now doing it again. Copy this password. Say okay. So now once I hit okay, the call is ready to receive a caller. And now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go into vmixcall.com, but to beta vmixcall.com. So this looks the same, but it definitely is different. This is the beta version. So if I press the password here and again would add my name here, say join call, it looks roughly the same, right? It is actually quite the same. However, I have more possibilities here. I can, if I would like, I can click the cogwheel and I can actually also select, for example, my ATEM Mini. Like there, boom. I can select that as a camera and then I can hit reconnect. And then of course you'll get a little bit of an awkward thing because basically I'm using the same input and output. But this is the beauty of the beta version. Even though it's beta, it is allowing you to really allow for connecting the ATEM Mini, which is great. All right, a lot of comments are thinking I see coming in. Graham says the video quality of the ATEM USB always seems poorer than the HDMI or direct streaming outputs. Is there a way to stream into vMix rather than using the USB? Yes. Again, I am purposely delivering this at the moment on a very limited machine. But you can use capture cards, like for example the Elgato Cam Link. It's quite a nice feature to bring in your camera. I like the Cam Link. I do like another one by Elgato better for that. Let me, but I want to make sure that I give the correct name. So I'll just log on to their website. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and go to their website, and let me remove, and then go to capture, then the HD60S Plus. The plus is very important here. The plus is really important here because that allows for plug and play, and it's really a very good capture device. So that is one of the capture devices that I would recommend, and the other one is a Cam Link, which I don't seem to find at the moment. Oh yeah, here you go, the Cam Link 4K. That's another one, though I think that this one is a bit more quirky, a bit more limited than the other one. So Cam Link 4K, that is my runner-up, and HD60S Plus is the other one that I would recommend. Again, I would recommend that in conjunction with bringing in your ATEM Mini into your laptop via USB. So that is my advice. And yes, indeed, the quality of the ATEM, the quality of the output of the USB is a little bit less. It's more, I would say, more colorful, more vibrant, and but for simplification, it is still acceptable. But I can imagine for a paid show, right, that you get paid for, it's not really what you want. I agree with that. 21 watching and only 12 likes. Like the stream, y'all. Thank you so much. Indeed, liking the video does help to promote this video. So if you would like to connect and like, that would be really appreciated. Indeed, thanks for the reminder. So thank you so much for doing that. It's time to hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right. I think that we're back to, yeah, we have done everything here. So thank you for that. Next up, let's go back to our agenda. So we did do a demo on a limited computer, etc. Now I want to do it a little bit differently. I want you to know to be part of something else. And that is, let me go to the right display. Boom. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to show my screen. Poof. So this is my humble production. This is what I'm literally looking at if I'm talking to you. It can be a little bit daunting, I have to admit, but I'm actually used to it already. So as you can see on the right hand side, you have your audio setup right there, and here you got a lot of what they call inputs within vMix. Left hand side is my preview window, and I'm putting myself there on purpose so that you can see me. And on the right hand side, that's what you basically are seeing right now. That is the production. I am, for the sake of it, I am not using the ATEM Mini on my end, but my guest is doing that on the other side. So I am going to verify with my guest via Discord if he will be able to join me. And I think,
interesting question.
I think that my guest is here. So what did we do? If you see here below, you see here Ryan, who's waving. And he's actually part of a call, and I actually will show you in a minute this pip right here. And now I'm going to do something else, and that is because I cannot hear him now, is that I'm going to use a headphone. Otherwise, I will not be able to hear him. and let's go ahead and bring him on. Ryan, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever. It's afternoon, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well, it's for me. It's already evening. For you, it's in the middle of the night because you don't sleep.
It definitely is.
You
gosh.
never sleep.
Yeah,
right?
apparently not.
Jeez.
I tried to get to sleep and probably actually fell asleep at around 11 p.m. or so, and right now it's 3:51 a.m. So
oh my gosh.
It's a punish. It's a punish.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan. Before we start, I really want to say one thing, and that is you did it. 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! So welcome to the 1K club. Really, really cool that you are also of that club. Purposely, I have put on a headphone. I will be changing it to other headphone in a minute, but I will do that later because I first want to. I really want to congratulate you with 1,000 subscribers before I go into your setup for today and how you thought about how to bring in your ATEM Mini into the production.
Yeah, thank you so much, thank you. Congratulations to you. Let's bring in the confetti. I think you've done a incredible job. I'm gonna break the encoder with all the confetti, but amazing job.
Thanks so much.
It's so well deserved. You have put in so much work into this, and watching your videos and seeing how much you've put into it, it's been amazing. So I'm honoured that I can join you for your. I'm honoured that I can join you for this moment, this momentous occasion, and I'm also honoured that we can share it together as well, which is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a really fun community. I love that we get to do this together and we get to have fun like this. So yeah, thank you so much. It's and well done.
All right, thank you so much. By the way, again, guys, Ryan has 1K subscribers, but you know how things go, right? 1K isn't enough. He actually also needs to have watch hours, right? That's so amount of watch hours is that people are actually watching his videos. So I really urge you guys to watch his older stuff. He has some videos that have like 10K views. It's crazy. I have never had 10K views, Ryan. Wow. So a lot of things
they've
about
been on YouTube for a while now, so it's been there for a little while.
Okay, maybe that's the case, but it's still a fun left. You have a lot of really cool videos. You've got a video just recently about mix minus. This is really important for calls. So actually, because you created that video, I can explain it. But I think that you are better at explaining it. Of course, they can look at your video, but maybe you can just say very, very quickly what is mix minus and why is it so important for bringing in remote contributors.
Totally. So, what is mix minus? So, mix minus is basically it's the mix. This way first. So it's whatever you're mixing minus whatever you want to take out. So if we are talking about in this situation, I want to. Oh, so you want to send me the mix of the show. So you want to send me the audio of yourself, any videos and bits and pieces like that. And then you want to take out my audio. So right now, I'm only hearing you. I'm not hearing my audio coming back. That would be not good, especially with this much round trip delay. And I'm doing the same. So on my mixer, I'm sending you myself, but I'm not sending you myself. But yeah, so I'm doing that with hardware. So I'm using my audio console to do that. And you're doing that using the software built in. So, which is quite handy. But yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to both. It's a different beast, this one, really.
Yeah, I agree with you that, and indeed, if you are a hardware-based production, then you do need to have a mixer with auxiliaries, for example, or FX returns that you can utilize as a way to perform mix minuses. Now, I am, because I'm a bit of an audio buff myself, I have 1, 2, 3 mixers. I've got the Rodecaster Pro, I've got the QU16 by Alan and Eve, and I've got the X32. So yeah, basically I have a lot of different mixers, and I use it on location all the time. However, for my personal studio, where I have a lot of time is looking to you and making sure you have a good time, etc. I don't want to be in the position where I need to figure out all the technical mumbo jumbo. I want just to have it working, and that's where software like, for example, vMix Call come into play. They make it really, really easy to do that. And if I may, I will show you one more thing, and that's talking about audio. Is that if I go back to my screen, you maybe notice that I have a master and also an A bus. So not an Airbus, but an A bus, which means that I can actually route what I can provide, for example, to Ryan. So if I go into Ryan's call, which is right here, I can actually right click it. I can disconnect him. I will not disconnect him. I will not do that. I can select which video source that he sees. So, do you want to see the full production, Ryan? So you can say, yes, I want to see the full production. Okay, so he knows exactly when he is live. I can also say, for example, output 2 is my multi-view. If it comes to ATEM, if I can call this what you see in multi-view, then that is what he sees. And so on and so on. So you see I have 4 options here. Audio, I can select master headphone like I did on the other model, the other laptop, but I can also add bus A, which allows me to, for example, provide him with all of the audio except for music. Some people do not like to hear music because they're thrown off guard. They don't understand what's going on. They want to focus on the content. But some people, I don't do that during my streams. But some people have background music during the streams, and it's cool to have the possibility. So that is a possibility right there. Oh, by the way, vMix doesn't have only one additional bus. It has 8 additional buses. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G at your disposal. So you can literally also perform translations. There's, for example, we can have a Portuguese, we can have English, we've got Israeli, I don't know, a lot of different languages I could do. I can also provide him equality. So if I would go to default 7, for example, low 360, I will do that now. Listen to what Ryan says right now.
You broke it. What happened? It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's horrible. It's really bitty, and he doesn't see a lot. It's just one big mess. So I will give him back the 1080. So you're really in control, and you can do a lot additional stuff here as well. And that is the power, in my opinion, my humble opinion, about vMix, and that's the reason why I use it. Let me see. Congrats on both channels. What's up, Sass? Oh, that needs to go down next time. Is this a video? Is this some video with alpha channel? Yes. So the setup that you see here is an alpha channel. What you see, the side by side, the pip, is actually a creation that you do in the software. So we're doing that now very quickly. I will show you vMix in more detail very soon, but I'll just show you very quickly because you're asking for it, what it looks like. So I'm going back. So here you've got the pip of the interview. If I right click, if I click on this cogwheel, I can see all the layers that I have right here. So I have my BD main, which is bird dog main. That is the camera that you see. That's me. Then you've got call from Ryan. And then you've got the interview PNG, which is just a nice graph there. And interview Petra, which is my text. And interview guest, that's the text of Ryan right there. So that's the way that we fix that right there. So that's really cool. I'm also looking at the time. Oh, I have to speed up, I think. When are you going live, Ryan? Don't tell
I
me.
don't know. When am I going live?
Oh, we need to carry on then.
No.
No, okay.
We'll keep going.
Okay. I need this. I noticed your GPU memory is pegging at 100. Yes, it is. It's basically. So this computer is 5 years old. What I'm doing at the moment is really pushing on its tail. It's an older computer and it's still working. You cannot even see that it's having a problem. So until it doesn't have any problems, I'm just going to push it to see how far I can get it. But yes. Oh, Ryan, your confetti. Is that alpha channel?
Ah, yes, it is.
Ah.
So, yeah, I'm doing that in OBS, and then outputting through a Ultra Studio into my ATEM Mini Extreme. So, I'm on the hardware side of the fence. I'm still warming up to software a little bit. I've been stung a couple of times, so I'm open to it. I just need to be warmed up a little bit more. So.
The fun part is that you're opening up to software and I'm actually opening up to hardware. So I came from a software only version, like we're talking about 2 years ago. So I started with the Blackmagic television studio 12 years ago or 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I think. Then, because of constraints, I went into the software. Then I went fully into software. And I think last year or 2019, end of 2019, the ATEM Mini was released, and from then on, gradually it became more hardware. And I'm now at the point where I'm only for this show, I'm doing everything via vMix. But if I'm going on location or doing something that I get actually paid for, I am going hardware and I'm only using the software for overlays and maybe some playout in some cases. So yes, we're going like this. I want to speed a little bit up because I want to give Ryan also the floor because he needs to also do a 1,000 subs party, and I want to very briefly talk about my party because I have not really done a party yet. So I want to talk about that very briefly. But before I do, let's do the last 3 comments. vMix is great, has great audio routing. So you do IFB, private audio chat with the guest, and custom mixes. Correct. So IFB is indeed a return feed for audio, and that is something that you can 100% do with buses. That is definitely something that I also do. And I can actually not bring in only 2 guests. I can bring up to 8 guests. Not on this computer. It's already going to the end, but it can. I'm pretty impressed. This is an old computer. What are the specs? I guess vMix knows how to vary the quality with the hardware it has. Yeah, well, go ahead. Let's go ahead and show you what kind of computer it is. So, all right. So let's do the same thing. Let's go open up Device Manager. I need to. There you go. And let's show you what I have. So my display adapter is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980 Ti. That was state of the art when I purchased it. So that's also maybe the reason why it's still going so well. And vMix is optimized for NVIDIA cards, which is very important because it will unload the CPU quite a lot. Then you've got the processor, and the processor is, as you can see, an i7 6800K processor with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. More. I don't believe that there's a 12 core, but a lot of cores. A lot, of course. And basically, those are the two most important aspects of the system. Oh yeah, and of course the RAM is important as well, and that is 24 gigs. So it's a bit of an awkward amount, I have to admit, because when I purchased, this is a build my own system, so I built it all by myself, and I had to, I had a lot of issues at the first year of this product. It went back and forth between the company that sold me the parts. I mean, like 4 or 5 times, because their RAM was broke, the motherboard was broke, the video card was broke, everything within the first year. It's like crazy, and so I was very reluctant to add gear, as you can imagine. So now it's stable. I'm not going to touch it anymore. It works like a charm, and I will be very happy if it reaches, let's say, end of this year, maybe summer of next year, and then I will decommission it, and I will go to this one right there, which is a very nice computer, by the way. So that is that. So that was the specs.
Where can impressed about how well the that CPU and GPU combo is going. It's quite
amazing
for what you're doing in the project.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely very impressive. I agree. Where do Mr. Johnny says, where can you find the Confetti Alpha Channel video? Is it something that you? So,
I literally just Googled free Confetti green screen. So it actually wasn't an alpha video; it's a green screen one. But I might talk about that in my show in not too much time.
Yes, because we will be going.
My English is doing really bad this time. Morning.
You're a native speaker. Come on.
No, it's natively 4 a.m. as well.
True. That's true. That's true. No, okay, but we will. What we'll do is that I will be wrapping up a little bit, but I do need to say quick thank you to Quick Tech Solutions. Thanks so much for the $5. Really appreciate it. Very cool stuff, Petra. Thank you so much for sharing. No problem at all. All right. That brings me to a very important step, and that is, of course, to talk about the 1,000 subscribers party. What do you want? What do you guys want? Basically, I am thinking about providing you a tour of the studio, showing you all of the ins and outs that we have here. But if you choose for the tour, there is a but, and that is, it is quite a mess here, and I'm going to show you because I want
to see everything. We need to see all the behind the scenes.
Yeah, but not the mess. It's crazy. It's such a mess at the moment, but I like you guys. You're part of the community. I want to be open and honest to you, so I am going to show you what the mess it is, and then so then you also know why I am going to ask you for your forgiveness, that if you want to have a tour, it will be roughly on the 20th of September. So here goes nothing. So this is my studio, and if I go this route, you see it's like a mess, and that's because of this air conditioning unit that you can see right here. That goes all the way up, and that is for my bedroom. But that also means that I don't have my demo desk there so that I can show you stuff, and I want to show you the full setup as it is when it's ready, and that is just simply not possible at the moment. So if you like to have the tour, it's going to be on the 20th of September. But if you want me to do something else, like for example, an Ask Me Anything, that's also fine. That can be done next week if you'd like. So please write down what you'd like me to do as a 1,000 subscriber party. I will help you. I will definitely try to help you there. Last comment before we head over to Ryan. So I guess my new Lenovo P51 is able to handle vMix, 3.5 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM, NVIDIA Quattro. Dude, empty. It's gonna blow. it's gonna blow, especially because of the Nvidia card. No problem there. Ryan says tour would be great. Okay, well, we can do that. Wow, I love the trust system. Says yeah, that's I like that too. Yeah, so let me know in the comments. I will also do a let's say once my community tab is there, I will do a poll to figure out what you want, and we'll do that. Okay? All right, Ryan, my friend, it is time to extend the party on your channel. Are you ready? Oh, you're not in. Wait, that's me. That is a wait.
Sorry, no, that was me. That was me. Sorry, I pressed the button.
Okay.
I can hear myself, but I didn't realize I was. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It's time for. So if you're on this channel, you want to come join me, please feel free to do so. But Petra, thanks so much, and once again, let's hit the confetti again. Congratulations.
Woohoo! Oh,
incredible stuff!
Woohoo!
Incredible stuff!
Yay!
So well done.
But I think I want to say one more thing here. It's I don't know. I cannot talk about you, Ryan. We didn't talk about it, but we, at least but I think that Ryan has the same feeling. We are here for you, and also to have a very good community. It's not us. We're just hosting the show. We're trying to provide knowledge, but we also want to go the other way around. We also want you to invite you to come up with your ideas. Together as a community, we can go to the next level. And you can be a producer of, like I said at the start of the show, with one camera and going live to a full-on multi-camera production with like 10 different streaming decks and that kind of stuff. Yes, I'm talking about you, Ryan. That is really, all of you are producers in my book, and we are doing it all together, and that's the power of community. And we really like to extend that community by going to Ryan's website. I'm going to show you again what it looks like. And if somebody in the chat can provide the location one more time, that would be really appreciative. I will. Where is my? There you go. Okay. So this, my friends, is Ryan's website right here. Go ahead. Go to his location. I have a problem with your last name. I see again. So I'm gonna change that again here. So just go to Ryan Sommerfield with SOMERFIELD. Go there, and he will be going live in how much minutes?
I'm ready to go. So I'll hit the countdown, and then we'll see you there in not too long. So
okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I'm going to jump out, get everything's ready, and I'll see you over there, hopefully.
Yeah, I will be there. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Petra. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so once he's trying to get everything organized, I really, really appreciate you for being here again. 1,000 subscribers. The community tab is coming. The super chats are working, and I do want to thank the people that actually provided me a super chat. So I am now going to teach myself how I can see that. So I'm going to. I think that I can see who provided me the super chats, and let's see. So I'm learning that on the job here. Yeah, there you go. So thank you to Graham Rule, to Capjoling Technologies, and Quick Tech Solutions for your super chats. Really much appreciated. Thank you so much. Have a lot of fun with Ryan. I will be there too in a few minutes, and I hope to see you next week. Same time, same channel. And if you have any questions in between, just write them down. I will be answering them during the week, or we're going to do a Q&A very soon. Also, please write down what you'd like to do for 1,000 subscribers party. Bye-bye.